Hey girl, so I just want to give you a few tips that you need to stay single. I know you're wondering like why why would you want to be single? Who wants to stay single? And believe it or not, like there's so many women who are single and who want to stay single and really genuinely enjoy being single. And the older I get, the more I start to understand that people just value their peace, their time, their energy, and just by allowing someone in that space, even for a short period of time, can really just mess things all up. And so for me, I'm single. I've actually been single for 10 years and I love it. I do get lonely from time to time, but in all actuality, like my kids keep me super busy. So, and they're around, like my kids are around. They are with me 24/7. So, honestly, like I don't really get a lot of loneliness feels because my kids, like, they just kind of take up that space for me. When I start to feel like I need some adult time, then I know how to, make that happen. I have people that I'll interact with, whether it's friends or guy friends. There's people that I can interact with when I want to interact with adults to kind of fulfill that void that I need in that moment. But overall, like I've been single for a long time, off and on. I've definitely had situationships, not actual relationships, maybe one or two in that time frame, but I would say just off and on, I've been single, and I really value the time that I've been single versus the time that I've been dealing with people. And like I said, it just brings me a lot of peace. Is that the overall goal for me? No. Like, trust and believe, I do want to find my person, but the older I get, the more confident I become, the more value I see in myself. And I just refuse to settle. I know there's no perfect man, but I've dated so many really great men, and I've gotten like a little snippet of the type of man that is out there and the type of man that I want for me. So I'm just waiting for him. And in that time frame, as of right now, the season that I'm going through is a glow up season. And what that means for me, as per my last video, I'm just working on myself. So even as of right now, I'm not really even really interacting, So I have a few friends that I text here and there, but I'm not even doing anything physical as of right now, just because of the fact that it's really me time. Like it's really the time for me to just stay focused on my goals, my dreams. And the best time to do that is while you are single. If you have a partner and he is the type of partner who supports you and helps you and do all those things, that is also a great time to, establish some goals for yourself. Trust me, like I think it is better when you have support. If you're doing it alone, it is really hard. But I think the great thing about doing it alone is that you don't have any distractions. You can really kind of zero and focus in and get a lot of stuff done for yourself. So that's kind of what I'm pushing for myself. And that's what I want for you. Because at the end of the day, last thing we need is some of these ninjas coming up in here and just kind of ruining our peace. When we deal with men, they just kind of bring us down sometimes. Like we just don't know what they're on. We can't read them. We can't understand them. Men and women are completely different. So it just makes it so much more difficult when you're on a path to do better for yourself and you're dealing with a guy that you just can't understand. He's wishy-washy. He's giving you mixed signals. He's there with men. He's not there. He responds. Sometimes he doesn't respond. Like we don't have time for that. Like we're trying to grow our hair. Like we're trying to grow our nails. Like we just want to be happy, live a happy life, you know, have a margarita every now and then and read a book. Like we just want to work on ourselves. So I'm just going to give you a few tips. I'm going to keep this video short because my videos have been really long, but I just want to give you a few tips to just kind of show you how you can stay single and some of the things that I do to keep these people out of my life. So the first thing that is super, super, super important is self-discipline. You may not be the most disciplined person. I'm not the most disciplined person. I'm so unorganized. Like I cannot even explain to you like how unorganized I am. Like I'm so unorganized. That is something that I'm currently fighting through. Like I'm at war with it, okay? Because everything in me wants to be just not organized. But I found that as I kind of go through this process of trying to organize my life, organize my schedule, just organize who I am as a person, it makes things just kind of run so much smoother. Like I know what each day is going to be as far as what I'm supposed to do, my night routine, my morning routine. I know that there's certain things that I need to squeeze in through my day, and those are the things that I need to get done before I have to go to work. I'm not procrastinating right now. Like I'm just kind of really prioritizing the things that I need to do in my life. One of the best things that you can do right now that's going to help with discipline is getting into a fitness routine, like eating healthy, things like that. Right now, I'm working out. I'm starting to see a lot of results from working out. I'm being really consistent. I'm starting to feel really happy and confident with my body. Over the last 6 months, I've been really feeling down on myself about how I've been looking. I just kind of been eating a lot. I gained 15 pounds. It's not 15 good pounds, like in all the right places. Like it all just kind of went to my belly and my arms. Like it was just not good. So it's really, really important to get in a gym. That's going to build that discipline that you need. The reason that you need discipline is because you're going to have to set some boundaries for yourself. We're beautiful women. People are going to approach us left and right. Physical beauty is one thing, but inner beauty is a whole different ball game. If you're the type of woman that just people just gravitate towards you, it's probably because you just have this aura, and that attracts men. So what you want to do is already have a conversation with yourself about what kind of single that you want to be. Are you going to be the type of single that's going to still interact with men? Maybe you might have dates and stuff here and there. You still want some physical action, but you don't want a relationship. That is still being single. Maybe you're the type of single where you're completely celibate. You don't want to interact with men. You don't want to talk to men. You don't want to text with men. That's a different kind of single. That is still being single. There's so many different types of moderations when it comes to this single life. So you want to decide for yourself what that looks like for you. Once you decide what that looks like for you, set major boundaries with yourself first, because we can't set boundaries with other people if you don't have that boundary for yourself first. Like we have to make those rules for ourselves, because in order to make this happen and to be able to see through what our personal goals is for ourselves, we have to set our own boundaries. Like it's just so important. Number two, I think the most important thing is well, not the most important thing, but this is a really important thing. Stay busy. Like work, school, kids, family, um, going to the gym, going to the pool, reading books, taking walks, traveling, taking time out for your friends. All of these things are super, super important. If you're not like a busy person outside of work, like take up extra hobbies, make a YouTube channel, join an art class, get into music, and, I don't know, start to join groups that talk about the same things like that you're interested in. There's so many different things that you could do. It is summertime. People are outside. People are energetic, and there's no reason to be sitting in the house bored. If you're sitting in the house bored, that's going to lead to, oh, let me text this guy. Or, oh, somebody hit me up in the past and he wants to entertain me. Oh, let me see what he's talking about. You know, and at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that. You can still interact, like I said, in your single journey with people, and you should. However, I want to be single right now, and I want to maintain being single, even more single than I was before, because before I was dating and still interacting with people. And I had the intent of, I'm single until my person comes along. Right now, at this point in time in my life, I'm single without a doubt. Like I'm not interested in a relationship right now. And it's just only because I feel I just want to work on myself. I want to build a career for myself. I want to like pursue my goals, things that I've never been able to do for so many reasons. I just, whether it's men, whether it's kids, there's so many distractions that kept me from being in the space mentally, physically, and career wise that I would like to be in. So I found that I'm feeling like one of the things that I need to do is just block these men. I just want to block them. My only interest in men right now is if you want to take me on a trip, by all means. I will entertain that. I'm not going to say no to a trip. So I definitely am interested in traveling. But with that sort of thing, we go for a weekend, I come back home, I'm back on my grind. So that's where I am right now with it. So it's really, really important to stay busy. And honestly, I'm so busy right now. I don't have time. And every time a man approached me, I'm kind of just like, ugh. Like I don't want to. I don't want to because I'm working on myself and I'm not going to let anyone distract that, even if they're so handsome. Now, I will say the way to my heart is persistence. So if my dream man is out there and you really, really want me, first of all, you're going to have to wait for me, through this period of time. I still got to work on myself, but you're going to have to be persistent and patient because I'll come around. But right now, I'm just not ready. And then lastly, just making sure you set those boundaries with the people that you are seeing, or if you are going to interact with men, set those boundaries. Let them know up front, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm taking this time out for myself. I'm not interested in dating right now, or maybe I am interested in dating, but only casually. Or maybe I'm interested in dating, but this is the limit to what I can do. I cannot be available all the time. You cannot call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. No, I'm not going to be available to have dates every weekend. I'm working on myself. This is, something that I really need to do for myself. And although, I'm flattered, I'm not interested. And if you are interested and you do want to interact with this man and you kind of want to put him in your pocket and save him for later until you finish your single girl journey, interact with them. Take his number, but just let him know from jump, like, okay, this is what I'm on. You can pretty much take it or leave it. It's just so important. And honestly, you'll find that men find that more attractive when you don't let them have their way. They're so used to having their way. And when you don't give them what they want, honestly, that just makes them more crazier about you. And you find that people will wait for you during this time period. They will want to see this through, so there's going to be people who end up getting other relationships while they wait for you through this period. And that's okay. That person isn't for you. But there are people who really, are interested in you and they want to be with you and they want to, just see what, um, a relationship with you is like. So they're going to wait and they're going to, allow you to have the time and space that you need to do what you need to do. A lot of them will actually support you through it. Um, whether it's financially, just mental, verbal support, like a lot of them will understand that they cannot play with you and they will take you very seriously. So one thing I do want to say and I want to end with is that as women, we tend to go with the flow a lot. We might be a little hard in the beginning, like, have that wall up, like, no, you can't get through to me. But once we like somebody, we let them in and we become a simp for these men. And I just think it's so important to set those boundaries in the beginning because at the end of the day, we have more power than we actually think we do. You can do like anything you want, anything that you put your mind to. So you just have to believe and you just have to have that confidence. And I'm saying this out of just experience. Like, I've gone through this. Like, I've had all of these experiences. I've been the woman who just wants to please a man. I've been the pick me. I've been, the woman who just wants to be chosen. You have to realize that you are the chooser. You can choose. It is up to you to choose what you want for your life. It is up to you to choose who you want in your space. So I think it is absolutely necessary to be single at some point in time in your life, to stay single and to mean it. Because in that way, you can really just manifest the things that you need for yourself and push yourself forward in a way that you've never been able to. And just watch, see how good you are going to feel after you take yourself through this process. And honestly, like I said, like, I'm more single than I've ever been before. And I feel so invigorated. I feel so energetic. I feel so happy. I feel for the first time in control over my dating life. And I don't know. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I'm liking it so far. So, like I said, the man that comes into my life, he's going to have to be a hell of a man. And when that time comes, I hope and pray that I'm in the best mental space, physical space possible. So, anyways, thank you so much for listening to me ramble about this topic. I really hope it helped you, and I want to make sure that I continue to produce videos like this. So, there will be other videos like this, and this will be a little mini series on how to stay single. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video.